Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, so let's just dive in. And let's start with this tweet here. So yesterday I put out a tweet saying I strongly believe XRP will bridge and move trillions of dollars with ease. I have been watching in just the last few months XRP powered corridors expand rapidly. We have also watched Ripple tap into a $6.6 trillion per day market, aka the FX market, with Travelex. The future is bright in my opinion. Now, as we do watch XRP expand rapidly and as we do see Ripple continue to grow, I do think that the future is extremely bright. I think that when we look at the price per XRP, a lot of people are focused on the 3 to 4 digit aspect, which we will definitely address in this video. I mean, anything is really possible. It just depends on the amount of money that is being moved as well as being transacted and brought over to the network, which we will get into here in a second. Network effects can definitely affect the price per asset very differently. I mean, we've seen this happen with Bitcoin as well. The network effects of Bitcoin have been very lucrative for those who are early enough in the game. Will it work the same with XRP? Yes, it will. It just depends on the amount of money that is going to be utilized, or even, we should say in this aspect, bridged and moved, which we will definitely get to here in a second. But I also want to bring up the known fact that everyone should know about by now. If you don't know about this, with on-demand liquidity, it is a game changer for a lot of these financial institutions as well as these major banks by eliminating the pre-funding of accounts. This is a $27 trillion problem that plagues markets right now today. And when we look at this, we do see from Ashish Burla, he's saying the changing is in that you no longer have to pre-fund, and that's only possible when you use a digital asset like XRP and on-demand liquidity. The reason why I put so much focus on on-demand liquidity on this channel is because that use case by itself is substantial, because allowing financial institutions to source liquidity when needed instead of having it just sitting there dormant is a huge opportunity, because as we look at the world right now, we are seeing a liquidity crisis brewing and growing day in and day out. A lot of banks really kind of rely on this liquidity. They need this liquidity. Freeing up $27 trillion in liquidity is a huge game changer when you look at the amount of debt that's out there, you look at the problems that are arising within the banking sector. I mean, this ultimately could solve a big pain point that is plaguing the banking and financial sector. But also, as we look at XRP itself, there's a few things to really kind of look at around the value aspect. Now, before we even listen into this video, I want to take a look at this comment down here that is saying, this kid is in his mom's basement, basically talking from his mom's basement. The funny thing about this is that a lot of people don't realize who Quincy is. So this is Quincy over on Twitter. If you guys don't know about him, he is a developer for the XDC Foundation. He's building dApps for the future of automation and finance. He also does have a YouTube channel, and he also has a Medium where he does break down a ton of his sort of ideas about this market and how things will move in terms of tokenization and stuff like that over the network. He also does talk about the network effects of XDC as well with trade finance. Great insights, great information as well. Highly advise you to go check him out. Also, if you did want to know his background, here you guys can see his full-on background. Incredible individual. Love his content over on YouTube as well. I definitely think everyone should go check it out. But nonetheless, really just wanted to clarify that comment down there, that it's just ridiculous to see these people comment things like that. But we do see all the money equals assets and debt. And here's a tiny hint of the XRP value. Listen closely to this video.
Anybody out there that's telling you they know where the price of XRP will go has no idea. Zero, absolutely zero clue. But I'll give you a tiny hint of an idea of what could happen. So XRP is it's a financial instrument of value. And that instrument is basically, the instrument's really liquidity between different other instruments like bonds, stocks, currencies, all everything basically. Yeah. And the XRP is only worth the value of the things that are issued on it, because it would cost XRP to buy those things on the network and use that liquidity. Mm-hmm. So what ends up happening here is not only do you have to issue all of the equity, but you've also got to issue all of the debt. So XRP is only bound by the fiscal responsibility of the people that issue assets on it, which is obviously irresponsible. So XRP could be at $100, $100,000, $1 million. It depends on how many assets you want to issue onto the network. So if you wanted to issue, $100 trillion worth of equity, cool. That's a lot of money on the network. What happens if they want to issue another $500 million worth of debt? That also adds value to the network. So there really is a mind-blowing amount of wealth, essentially, that could basically be flowing through these networks that we can't even comprehend because of that debt question of being able to issue more and more and more value.
And that is why I bring up the question of, it's the aspect of network effects. The network effects in this instance, though, are completely diverse and different than Bitcoin network effects. This is also why I say, like, nobody really knows the value of XRP. And also, shout out to Reborn13. This was an interview that he did over on his YouTube channel with Quincy. It's an incredible interview. I highly advise you go check it out. But nobody knows the value of XRP. Nobody can tell you the value of XRP. Nobody knows what the value of XRP is going to be next week, next month, next year, or 10 years down the road. For all we know, XRP could be worth, $1 to $10 to $100 to $1,000. We could only really look at this aspect of, okay, well, let's speculate how much money would, be pushed over, XRP, with the network utilizing XRP. Again, it could have multiplier effects. I do believe that the value of XRP will rise drastically. And there's also been this video circulating around, which is an older video, and it's more so, again, speculating on the value of XRP. And it's assessing the idea of the tokenomics and the value behind it in terms of moving money, all that kind of stuff. It's about a 3-minute long video. Listen closely, and it's very interesting.
And we make
Sorry, 1 second.
These following assumptions. Ripple has 100 billion cryptocurrency coins on issue. We assume for simplicity that they don't burn those coins, okay? Even though we know they do. We know that Ripple will burn their coins, and the burn rate as time goes on, because the usage will be more, will probably get higher and higher. But just for simplicity, I've made the following assumptions. That essentially the burn, we know there's no burn rate. We're using the total issuance rather than the circulating issuance of 100 bill. And also, essentially, I've only assumed a 10% take up of their X current, and I've used the interest rate swap curve, the US interest rate swap curve, which the banks use as their cost of funding curve, which has an implied credit rating of AA. So if a bank has a credit rating less than AA, then that swap curve should be higher. There should be margin in that. But for simplicity, I've just used a AA swap rate curve and haven't really added too much margin in that for the cost of credit, because Ripple may not have a AA credit rating. It may have something less than that. So if we assume that the net present value of their cash flows is 12.49 trillion over 100 bill, I'm actually saying in the first year, 1 XRP should be $124 or 125 bucks. If we assume that the cash flows with a very simple valuation model using the discounted cash flow or the net present value is 33.4 trillion over 2 years, then 34 trillion over 100 bill puts 1 XRP at 334. And again, if we do the same over a 3-year period, we're looking at $892. So, and this is assuming only that X current is taken up, and only 10% of X current is taken up globally. And I believe more will be taken up, absolutely. So that's sort of the valuation I'm looking at. And don't forget, Bitcoin took forever to move from 80 cents to $1 to 2,000, whatever. It took a long time. Bitcoins, came out in 2008, and it didn't really get traction until roughly probably about 2016. So it took at least 8 years. Now I believe Ripple will get traction much quicker, and XRP will get very fast traction once the take up of X current becomes more and more. Even just the take up of X current will put Ripple in a valuation at that level, as I've said.
Now, of course, with all of this in mind, a lot of it is just speculation. A lot of it is talking about what if scenarios. See, the thing about this to me is that we need to look at the facts, right? The facts is that Ripple and XRP have been expanding rapidly. This is no big surprise. With everything that is happening, first off, with all of the major ad placements that Ripple has been doing in terms of marketing, for an example, shout out to Tony underscore XRPs over here. We do see Ripple full page ad in Wall Street Journal this morning. You guys have think crypto is none of your business. Think again, the world has changed, but finance hasn't changed with it. It's not fast enough, not efficient enough, not innovative enough. If you've had enough of not enough, then you're ready for a new approach. You're ready for money that moves across borders in seconds, not days. They are utilizing XRP during this entire process. It's centered around crypto. And we do see you're ready for markets that never close. You're ready for central banks with advanced digital currencies. You're ready for a transformative era in finance. You're ready for crypto. Now, again, when we look at things happening around this space, I want you guys to understand that crypto is moving extremely fast. We have been reporting on the fact that Ripple they're placing ads everywhere, literally everywhere. When you look at what Ripple is doing, they're marketing the hell out of crypto, right in time for things happening over in the UK. For an example, UK government delays presentation of economic plan to November 17th. What's happening on the 16th to the 17th? Oh yeah, the Ripple Swell event. Does this have any correlation? We don't know. All we know is that Ripple is expanding globally day in and day out as they are fighting this lawsuit. I do believe that this lawsuit is nearing an end. I believe that we will have full-on clarity very soon. And when we talk about that, we look at corporates, we look at banks, we look at these giant financial institutions. It's only a matter of time before a lot of them say enough is enough. We're moving to a lot faster systems, more efficient systems. And I do believe that XRP will play a vital role. Call it speculation, call it what you will, but we have watched on-demand liquidity, like I said, in the last couple months, expand rapidly, bagging massive clients. I mean, you got to remember that the flow rate, okay, which she is talking about here, the flow rate of on-demand liquidity has been drastically increasing. And of course, she's talking about trillions of dollars here. I do think that this is going to happen a lot slower than she does expect in this video. Obviously, this video is from I think it's 2017, 2018, somewhere within that range. But XRP is moving slower due to the incumbents that are around the traditional systems. They're trying to slow down XRP. They don't want this technology to disrupt the food chain. The food chain here is these big bankers eating massive amounts of money out of the system. It's also exactly why the system's so inefficient. Everyone wants to get their cut, but Ripple cutting out the intermediaries, cutting out the middlemen, streamlining the entire system. This is not going to go well for Ripple because obviously they're going to get targeted, which is also why we have seen the SEC fully target them. Everybody has their own idea around this, by the way. A lot of people think that Ripple was in the wrong, that the SEC is doing a good thing, and if you believe that's what you believe. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and criticize you for believing that, but again, you can really kind of see their clear path here. But the end goal here, and what I'm trying to say is the fact that, in my opinion, we will have clarity for XRP. And I do think that once that happens, with XRP being the only token in this space to have full-on clarity, with how fast Ripple has been expanding rapidly and marketing the hell out of crypto, I believe that on-demand liquidity and XRP adoption is going to be streamlined across the globe, and it's going to spread like a wildfire like no one's ever seen before. And the run rate on-demand liquidity, which I think was recently, I think somebody said it was I want to say it was in the billions, something like 15 to 100 billion dollars or something like that. I forgot what the full-on amount was. I think we could check it out on the quarterly review from Ripple. But nonetheless, I mean, we're talking. I mean, that's basically droplets in a bucket if you think about it. I'm looking forward to the day where we are seeing trillions of dollars running through on-demand liquidity as a mechanism utilizing XRP as the power source. This is what we are looking at as the end goal. I believe that XRP will bridge and move trillions of dollars. And when that does happen, nobody's going to sit here and make videos and talk about, hey, I think XRP is going to be worth X amount of dollars, because we don't need to speculate anymore. That's when the true realization behind the value of XRP comes true. That's where we do see the possible 3 to 4 digit XRP. Now, again, what's the time frame on that? How long is this going to take? Well, I think it's going to start slow and then all at once. And I think it all really kind of stems from what happens after we do see a settlement or a clear win, and clarity is, ushered in around XRP. And I think that that's when we really kind of look at, okay, what's the end goal here? What's going to happen? That really kind of puts Ripple also in a very good spot to not only target extremely lucrative areas around on-demand liquidity, but it also allows them to expand a lot more rapidly than they have been recently, which, again, they have not slowed down at all. And I'm sure if you are an XRP holder and you have been paying attention to the news, you have probably seen this and witnessed this in the last 10 months. So, with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on if you guys have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.